Good morning, my name is Christoph, and together with Stefan, we are from Aqubix. And we're here today with a product called KYC Portal, a product that is helping our existing clients with the issues of compliance and AML due diligence, issues that they didn't even realize they had in the first place. We've all been hearing of organizations being fined in the past in this regard, and they're not fined because they don't have the data in place, because I'm pretty sure that, like all of you here, you have the data in place. They've been fined for the failure of identifying and acting on suspicious behavior on time. And this is where KYC Portal comes in. KYC Portal starts by centralizing all the data that you have into one system. If I had to ask you the question, where does your data reside at the moment, most probably I'll hear CRMs, Excel sheets, KYC forms, documents. The system collates all this data into one holistic view and then uses it to automate risk. It automates risk using a risk-based engine, an engine that you feed it with all the scores that you handle, scores at jurisdiction level, at industry level, even the risk appetite of your organization. Even better, the system allows you to tweak scores based on market changes and jurisdiction changes. And it constantly updates the risk index of all your subjects, not only those at onboarding stage, but all the subjects that you've vetted in the past and are sitting in your database, constantly ensuring that you're compliant. Even better, the system informs you when there's something that needs to be looked at through the means of notifications. So rather than having to depend on the very manual process of compliance officers, the human bias of compliance officers to be able to assess risk, go through all the documents, check everything, and come up with a tick box if it's standard or enhanced, the system does all that and alerts your team when something needs to be looked at. And it alerts you on expiry of documents, on upcoming reviews. It also integrates with all the systems that you can think of, such as global screening services, to automate even that process of checking not only onboarding stage, but all the past records. One of the most interesting features in KYC Portal is the ability for it to generate the organigram for any subject in your database across the operation of the organization. So for example, we have a bank on board who created in KYC all the facets of the bank, such as personal banking, business banking, wealth, trust. The organogram can generate the entire relationship structure of a subject across the whole operation of the organization. This, coupled with another feature of KYC Portal, which is the integration with real-time transaction monitoring, makes it incredibly powerful, as the system does not only monitor for fraudulent activities of money and cash movements at subject level, but across the entire entity structure that he relates to, picking up aspects that would have not been picked up should you have been looking only at the subject himself. Another very key innovative feature, as Stefan is about to show, is the ability to invite any subject in your system for an instant face-to-face real-time conversation, instantly recorded in KYCP in a tamper-proof audit. It does not rely on any third-party tools. It's inbuilt purposely just to be tamper-proof. This system, whilst you are conducting the entire video conference, it records it and allows you to play back all the historical meetings that you had with subjects. And throughout a video conversation, it conducts facial recognition checks between the person you're speaking with and the documents you have for verification purposes within KYC Portal, such as passport or ID documents. In some jurisdictions, this has been already accepted as a replacement to the actual need of meeting the client face-to-face, reducing the cost of having to conduct that. We have a client who's actually recording the real face-to-face meetings just to have a full audit of the historical meetings with all the subjects. One other very important aspect that we are launching in this product is what we are calling the Global AML Dashboard. And this is of relevance to companies, to organizations who operate across jurisdictions. So what's happening here is that in each country, a version of KYC is installed. Each version is set up with the rules and regulations of that country, such as mandated documents, alerts on transaction monitoring, all specific to that country. The Global AML Dashboard sits at the very top, hooks up to the multiple instances of KYC across the jurisdictions and monitors compliance and fraud at a global level. This, apart from the statistical data that you can see on the screen that is picking up across jurisdictions, is incredibly powerful as it's picking up elements of fraud that would have never been detected at a local jurisdiction level. One of the aspects, apart from real-time transactions at global level, is what we are calling the facial recognition at global level, where the system goes through all the scanned documents that you have, identification documents of all the entities across all the countries, and constantly checks for fraudulent aspects, such as same photo of a person with different details in the background in the application, or same details with different photos, something that, again, at jurisdiction level would have never been picked up. This is KYC Portal, this and much more is KYC Portal. It's helping customers in reducing the cost of compliance, making sure that they are compliant, and also reducing the number of touch points with the clients, with the customers, with the end users. We'll be glad to discuss this and much more at our booth. Thank you.